guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If my face is completely new to your screen, my name is Lauren, and I would really appreciate if you clicked on that subscribe button if you have not already. Today's video, if you haven't seen from the title, is I'm going to be showing you an in-depth tutorial on how to apply lashes for beginner, because I know that I struggled my bum off for a super long time and watched tons and tons of videos on how to actually apply false lashes, and I could just never get it right. So I'm going to show you the tips and tricks that I picked up along the way that will hopefully make applying your lashes a little bit more easier. So without any further ado, let's get started. When it comes to lashes, you're going to need a few things. You are going to need your set of false lashes that you're going to apply, obviously. You're going to want to grab yourself a nice mirror that you can pop right up and close in front of your screen. You're going to need a pair of tweezers, and then lastly a pair of scissors. So grab those things and let's get started. The lashes that I'm going to be using today are these Kiss lashes. These are the light and soft as a feather set of lashes because I'm going for a natural look, but you can use whatever lashes you can find. These I will link down below where you can get them, but basically I bought these from Clicks. I know they're also available at Dis-Chem. So yeah, also really affordable lashes if you're looking for lashes that aren't going to cost you an arm and a leg and actually really work and look beautiful. The first step is taking them out of the box without destroying the actual false lash, because the problem is lashes are designed to fit around your eye perfectly, and if you are ripping off the lash from the actual little compartment that it's put into, you could change the shape of the lash, which will make it a little bit more tricky to actually apply. So what I do is I use a pair of tweezers and I take it off from the outside of the lash, and then I slowly lift it up and pull it off towards the beginning. Grab the end, lightly lift the glue, ensuring that you do not change or distort the shape of the lash. Don't rip it off. You're going to make your life so much more difficult if you don't just do this with caution and a little bit of patience. A tip: if you have taken your lashes, your false lash strip off of it a little bit too quickly and you've distorted the shape of the actual lash, what I like to do is kind of coax it back into its shape. Now, I haven't done this, but this is a precaution, or if you have done it. So what I like to do is I take it on either side of the lash, hold it, and then I just kind of roll it like this to get the shape back to its original shape. So I have them, they have been removed from their little compartment, and I've just placed them below. Now the second step, which is so important, which so many girls forget when applying false lashes, is the length of the lash. 9 times out of 10, this lash is way too long. I don't know if it's because I have smaller eyes, but lashes never actually fit my eye. So what you want to do is you want to carefully pick it up with a tweezer, and you're going to want to measure it to your eye. So this is where your mirror comes in handy. So what I do is I place it along my eye, and then you can kind of get an idea of how much you need to trim off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut 2 ends, re-measure it, and then I'm going to see if that fits. I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to trim off. Also, very important, when you are cutting your lash smaller, it is important to cut the outside of the lash. I've seen so many people cut the inside of the lash, and your lash is shaped in a way 9 times out of 10 that the lashes are shorter towards the inner corner. It's specifically designed that way so that your lashes don't look like it's stabbing you in the inner corner of your nose bone. So important, cut it from the outer corners of the lash. So I have trimmed 2 of the little main compartments off the outer corner. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to check it on my eye again, just to make sure, and that perfectly fits my eye shape. Alright, so next step, we are going to apply glue. And the nice thing is that most false lash strips, the glue that comes in is a clear glue. So you don't need to worry about applying too much because it's going to dry clear unless you bought a black adhesive, which I actually have never used before. What you're going to want to do is hold the lash and thoroughly, generously give it so much love that you coat the end all over, and make sure you coat it all the way to the inner and the outer corners, because those are normally the places that would tend to lift if you haven't applied enough glue or have not stuck it down correctly. So generously coating the entire lash strip. Now, this is where most people go wrong when applying their false lashes. Like, you need to be patient and you need to wait for the glue to dry a little bit, because putting on a lash while the glue is not sticky or starting to dry will just slide up and down along your eye, and you're going to get so frustrated with yourself. And this is a mistake I've made countless times, and I still do it till this day because we are impatient. I am just going to give it a few minutes. You will see the actual adhesive will change color slightly, and then you will know it's ready to kind of apply. Obviously, don't wait too long that the actual adhesive has dried completely, because then it's not going to stick to your eye. So I'm just gonna, it's roughly about 30 to 45 seconds that I wait before I put it on. But you will generally see by the color of the adhesive when it starts to change color that it's ready or it's not ready. Also, it's completely your choice if you want to put mascara on before or after. I've done it either way. It's up to your preference. Some people find it easier, some people find it more difficult. Most times I do it after I apply mascara, after I've applied the lash, and I'm going to demonstrate this application with no mascara on, and you can obviously play around and see which is better for you. So I think she's ready to go. Grab your mirror, make sure you have the magnification sign right up and close and personal, like you must see your nose hairs. I'm holding it with a tweezer at the bottom, and what I'm going to do is I hold it, can you see how I've grabbed it in the middle? Then I first let it stick on the middle section. You also want to get as close to your root as you possibly can. As you can see, it's only holding down in the middle. Then using your tweezers or your hands, whichever you prefer. I use a tweezer because it's a little bit easier to work with. Then you can go ahead and push down the front and push down the back end. So now it is on, and what I like to do is I just like to use my fingers and push to make sure that it is on exactly where I want it. And then in order to make sure that your natural lash and your lash looks together, what I like to do is take the tweezers and then I pinch the false lash to my regular lash. This way, if you have applied the false lash strip a little bit too high, it will kind of push and bring down onto your lash. And there you have it. I'm just going to zoom you in because these lashes are super natural, so it doesn't actually look like much of a difference, if I'm going to be honest. So that's how it looks with a set of lashes. As I said, these lashes are super natural. Now I'm going to apply a layer of mascara. The mascara that I'm going to be using is this Essence You Better Work Waterproof Mascara. And I'm just going to coat that. This will also help your lash and the false strip lash adhere nicely together, that it looks like one. It will also darken your natural lashes if you don't have your lashes tinted like I don't, and just make it look overall 10 times better. Okay, so I have applied some mascara and it looks a little bit better. Like I said, I should have probably used a little bit more dramatic strip lash so you could see. However, it is now on. It looks very, very natural, and I'm going to complete the other eye using the exact same steps, and I'll be right back. And there you have it. I have 2 strip lashes applied perfectly. I promise you, if you follow these few steps that I've given you, you cannot go wrong. And it also just has to do with practice. I mean, it's taken me a few months to actually get it perfectly right, but once you've nailed it that first time, it will be so stuck in your brain that you will never go wrong again. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. If you did, please give it a massive thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed already. I would really appreciate it. But that is it for this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.